Welcome to the Team Lawson channel. I'm Theresa.
I'm Mike,
and we're millennials and we're making it. On our channel, we discuss all things that meet within the intersection of millennial marriage and special needs parenting.
We want to create a community that's both inclusive and encouraging.
So go ahead and hit that subscription button so you can help us make our goal of 1,000 subscribers.
Also, don't forget to smash that like button so you can let the algorithm know you think we're awesome.
Today, we're going to do a couples mental health check-in. We found some questions from, what is the website?
PsychCentral.com.
PsychCentral.com. I'll try to remember to put the link down below. But yeah, so what is the first question?
How was your day today?
My day today was a little stressful because nothing that I wanted to do worked out. And so, well, that's not true. I was able to have an excellent breakfast, but getting ready to do this today was a little bit stressful. Nothing I wanted to do worked out the way I wanted it to, but it worked out fine. You?
I have to agree. Got up a little early, took the kid to school. So still feeling that a little bit. But other than that, yeah, getting ready to set this up, and yeah, that's about it. I feel about the same way.
Yeah.
2, what do you need from me right now?
Right now, I need energy, and I need, let's think about this in the bathroom. I be forgetting. Enthusiasm about the things that we need to do. What? That's what I need.
What you mean enthusiasm?
Enthusiasm. I want you to be excited about the things that we have to do, or at least have a good attitude about it.
I don't have a bad attitude.
I didn't say you had a bad attitude.
Okay.
I just said what I need. What?
Man need what he need.
PJ, please.
I don't really need nothing right now. I don't think. I think I'm good right now.
Everybody needs stuff.
No, I actually feel okay right now.
You good? You don't need anything from me, so I don't have to take dinner?
Anything outside of, parameters of PG? No, I'm good. Look, I'm just keeping it. Look.
What's the next question?
How do I express my anger and conflict?
Are you asking me to tell?
This is a question that
you
each partner asks themselves, responding out loud while the other partner listens.
Oh, okay. So I express anger and conflict with an attitude, and when I am angry, I don't want to do no with you or for you.
I try to avoid it.
Yes.
I try not to even get angry because I know how I am once I didn't reach that point. I don't want to be bothered with nothing.
Avoidance, yes.
Like, get away from me. Don't say nothing to me. That's I'm that type of person. I don't like being like that. So I would rather avoid it at all costs if I can.
That's not necessarily better, but I understand that's how you. Next.
What are you looking forward to today, this week, and this month?
Okay, so today I am looking forward to being done with this. Am I not allowed to say that?
That's up to you, man.
Today I am looking forward to having a minute to just chill and not to do anything, which we will have in about 45 minutes. For a couple of hours, we'll have some chill time. What else? Oh, this week I am looking forward to starting next week. This week kind of started in the middle of the week, and even though I am glad for the gradual start into the year, like, that is so annoying. Like, not to have, like, the week and then the weekend, like, to be able to go through your schedule and then to just have rest. It's just kind of like intermittent rest in between. I don't like that. And then This month, I am looking forward to trying to get ahead a little bit, to get ahead of the game so that we can have around April-ish when spring break comes so we can actually break. If that makes sense.
Today I'm looking forward to just chilling. I would like to play my game today. It's been a busy week.
I think you should go live.
I don't feel like it. I'm planning Monday.
I appreciate
Monday,
that you don't feel like it.
Monday
I think
I'm going live. I'm not
because that's
today.
a long time. You haven't gone live since
I know.
the middle of last month.
I know, but
Even if it's just for like an hour to play a game or two, and then just to play your game afterwards. I'm just saying what I think. But go ahead. You're looking forward to today.
I might do that. I mean, I might. I don't know, but just playing my game and chilling. Last one off, so I really don't want to do nothing at all. But I know that's unrealistic. But just chilling, playing my game today, playing with friends. Hopefully, that's what I look forward to today. This week, I'm just looking for this week to be over. No disrespect.
No disrespect at all.
I hate working weekends, whether it's night or days. I hate it. That's just how I feel. But looking forward to getting this one out the way so next week can start and I can be off more days. This month I don't know, cause I didn't think it like that. I didn't think about what I want to accomplish this month like that. So I don't know. I'm gonna say I don't know on that one. I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
Okay, what's next?
Am I being a good spouse to you?
Yeah, I think so. You be getting on my nerves sometimes. Oh, this is what I need. Going back to what I need. We have scheduled out chores that need to be done throughout the week and throughout the month. And some of them are daily. But, be proactive on that. I think that is the only place where I've been like, oh, you're getting on my nerves. Is I constantly have to be like, hey, let's do the chores. Hey, did you do this today? And I don't want to do that. I don't want to be your mama.
Some of the stuff I've been doing on my own.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe a few things you might have said.
No, I feel like it feels like to me, and I'm going to preface it by, it feels like to me that I, more often than not, am having to remind you about the things that we agreed upon and you agreed to would be a good schedule.
No.
And so it makes me feel like you don't really think it's a good schedule. You don't really want to do it.
That's not what I said. No. I have been doing stuff on my own to avoid these discussions. That's why I've been doing
maybe it's just been the past few days.
I have been tired these past few days.
I mean, we're both tired. You don't have the monopoly on tired. It's been hard getting into the new year, I think, for both of us and for most of the people watching. But stuff has got to get done. And I think I have a kind of desperation not to get back to behind. I feel like we're kind of on track, and I kind of want to get ahead of the track, and I don't want to get behind desperately. And so it's frustrating for me when I have to be like, hey, because I don't want to do that. I know that you're annoyed by that, and I don't want to do it, but I feel like the only way that we're going to stay on track and get ahead is if I do that.
No. I'm trying to stay ahead and on track myself, but I'm just going to be realistic. Some days I don't want to do it. I don't at all.
But I think that we gave into that a lot last year because we are not going to feel like it physically, emotionally, mentally. We're just not going to feel like it because we have a lot on our plate. And I don't want to get into, I don't feel like it, so I'm not going to do it today. And it's a week, it's half a month, and the house is a tornado. And it takes so much effort to clean a tornado. So much more than to clean a day's mess, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm with you.
Okay.
I would say yes, because, I mean, at least you trying. You know what I mean? You dealing with a lot, too, so, yeah. It's just, it's kind of hard, because, like I said, you got a lot going on. So you trying your best, so yeah. To answer that question.
Okay. Which was, are you a good spouse?
Yeah.
Because we went off on a tangent, or I did.
What are 3 things that I do? Wait, what are 3 things that... Yeah, that's right. What are 3 things I do that you couldn't live without?
You buy me flowers. You play with Macy and make her, like, fall over laughing. Like, seeing you play with Macy to the point where she can't breathe, she's laughing so hard, like, blesses my soul. Oh, so much. And, you are my partner in all things home management and childcare. Those are 3 things that I absolutely could not live without. Flowers, laughter, and partnership.
Well, I picked these questions. Man, we picking the toughest questions.
I know that, but you need to ask your partner the tough questions. 3 things that you could not live without. And if it's something that's not PG, just say not PG, and I know what you mean.
Well, of course, that's one of them.
Yeah, pick your top 3.
I'd say management.
What?
Like management stuff.
What do you mean? Like, you actually like that I plan stuff out?
I mean, it's helpful in a lot of scenarios. It could be irritating too, but I mean, it do help out. You know what I mean?
Okay. If you like that.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, it drives me crazy some days, but I mean, sometimes it's beneficial too.
Mm-hmm.
What are
Turn it in and sit up.
What are the like that? What are the ways?
Well, I know what it's gonna look like when I edit it, and you don't like it when it doesn't look good. Turn in. You don't have to turn your chair. Turn your legs.
You driving your knee in.
I know. That's because it looks good on the camera. Turn in.
I am turning.
No, not the chair. Your
talking?
legs. Turn your leg. Yes, that's what I meant. Okay.
What are the ways you most experience or feel love from me or from what I do?
When I ask you to do something for me and you respond verbally and by actually doing it with a good spirit. So when I say, hey, babe, you're like, yeah, babe, what you need? And then you actually do it and you don't sigh or, all right, I'm going to do it. Like that, when you don't do that, you're like, you see what I'm saying?
I actually feel the same way.
Yes.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. No, I'm talking about for me, for you.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Okay.
And you do it. And be like, and you say, I don't feel like doing it. You know what I mean? I agree. We both need to work on that department. That's both of us. I agree.
So that's your thing too?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
What's the next question?
That's it.
That's all of them?
Oh, I thought you. Oh.
This is the good one.
I don't want to read that.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I don't like that question.
Why
you skip the ones I like.
Why don't you? I think
why
that is a
want?
good. This is
why you answer the ones I did.
Listen to because it doesn't relate to what we're doing right now.
Yes, it does.
Couples mental health check-in, and so I think as a couple it would be a
man. You
good,
just want to do this one.
No, I think it would be good. I think it would be a good exercise for us to express a day in our life. Okay, so read the question.
If I spent a typical day in your shoes, describe what I would experience.
Okay. So, a typical day in my shoes, I wake up extremely tired and generally in pain. And so it takes a little bit to get momentum going. It's like going uphill, and then hopefully to a point I get to the top of the hill, I can just throw myself down into my to-do list. There's this general sense of feeling like I just don't have enough to get everything that I need to get done. If that makes sense.
Mm.
And then coupled throughout the day with just, y'all are so squishy. And like I have those hallmark moments throughout the day, every single day, where y'all are just so lovey and squishy and it's very motivating. Like y'all do stuff or say stuff. I'll see you and Macy and Michael interact together, or I'll see something that you did, like you were in the bathroom and you trimmed your beard earlier, but there was no hair on the counter, and that made me feel all love on the inside. Like little stuff like that just gives me the juice to get through the day. And then by the end of the day, I am exhausted. And as much as I would prefer not to have to lay down with my child to get her to go to sleep every night, I kind of look forward to it because it's the only time that she's still and quiet and not so wiggly. And then I go to bed. Your day in the life.
I spend most of my day not trying to be irritated. Because I wake up irritated. I try not to.
You too? You wake up irritated? Why are you irritated when you wake up? Because I know why I'm hurting. I'm sore. Why are you irritated? Fibromyalgia, just in case you're new.
I have to get up extremely early for a job. That's number one. So I'm already cranky.
Or you're getting her up early for the kid. She didn't wake up a lot
up
later.
So I don't get to sleep like I want to sleep.
What would be ideal time for you?
What you mean, waking up? I would love to, in the past, like I used to do in the past, wake up about 9, 10 o'clock. I would love to.
That's not gonna let us do that. That's not fair.
So trying not to be irritable. Trying to get myself mentally together.
What would help you not to be irritated? Since you're not going to be able to sleep most days until 9, 10 o'clock, what would help you?
I would I think a vacation.
No. In that day, in that moment. So you wake up, you're irritated because it's super early. There's nothing you can do about that right then. What right then could help you go to the next moments of the day less irritated?
I mean, depending on which part of the day. Depending on what I'm...
No, I'm talking about the very beginning of the day. I'm irritated. What would help the next few moments of the day be less irritated? Is there one thing that could be done? No. Just
to be honest, no. Because, I gotta do what I gotta do.
Yeah.
So I try not to complain about it. Getting myself mentally together for what I got to do, whether it's work or, if I'm off, getting myself what I got to do around here. Getting myself mentally together, getting myself prepared for what I got to do throughout the day, whether it's work or, around the house. Knocking that stuff, making sure y'all straight. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you got what you need. Make sure Mace is straight. Make sure Mace not driving you up the wall as best I can. Trying to set aside time, self-care time for me too.
Mm-hmm.
So whether that's playing a game or, getting out the house or something like that, just, something to take my mind away for a little bit. But, taking care, make sure y'all, but main thing is make sure y'all straight.
What are your last thoughts at the end of the day?
Get as much time, especially if it's a day where I couldn't, just let me get as much time as I can to myself before I go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Make sure.
I feel also really particularly drained if I don't get time to myself before I go to sleep. I will stay up an extra hour just to say I had an hour to myself today, which may not be the healthiest thing, but physically, but mentally.
I don't have, but too, I feel like that's all I got. Like, I don't have, what else I got to do, that's to myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't have too much I can do.
What you mean?
Like, I don't have too many, like, you got stuff you can, like.
Like what? You
can go to the store and you good. Or I can take Mason somewhere with me.
Here's the thing about that. Like, doing management work for our home is not self-care. Like, being able to go to the store and actually go grocery shopping, not self-care. That is not. I'm saying
that's the same for me too. Now I've heard you say, well, you get to go to work, so you get time to yourself. That's not self-care for me either.
Fair. That is fair. But yeah, that's why I kept saying I get what you're saying.
Okay. All right. Just got to put it.
Yeah, I am. That is my intention. But yeah, so like what I hear from this is during our days we're not getting self-care.
No.
Because going to the store is not self-care for me. Going to work, even though it's away from the house, is not self-care.
No.
So I think we need to focus on that. See why we did that question?
You could have done any other question and got the same.
Lame. No, we could not have. All right. That's our mental health check-in for today. Comment down below. What are you doing to safeguard your mental health for this upcoming year? Honey.
I'm sorry. No, I know.
What are you doing to safeguard your mental health for this coming year? We'll see you in the comments and in the next video.
God bless you.